Ever wondered why some people break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck grind while others remain stuck? It's not magic or luck. It's all about mindset and strategy. Most people see their salary as a lifeline, but those who build wealth view it as the cornerstone of their financial empire. Today, we're diving into How to Get Rich with Your Salary by Robert Kiyosaki. Uncovering actionable strategies to transform your paycheck from mere survival to a powerful tool for building wealth. Stick around, because what we're about to discuss could completely change your financial future. Subscribe to the channel and let's get started. Let's start with a common belief. I don't make enough to save or invest. Sound familiar? This mindset is a roadblock that keeps millions trapped. According to Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the amount you earn isn't as critical as how you manage it. Imagine Sarah, a teacher earning a modest salary. For years, she believed financial freedom was out of reach until she changed her perspective. Instead of seeing her paycheck as a limit, she began to see it as an opportunity. She started by tracking her expenses, cutting unnecessary costs, and redirecting small amounts into savings and investments. Over time, her financial habits snowballed into something significant. Your salary isn't the problem. The real issue is how you're using it. The key is to shift your mindset from scarcity to opportunity. Treat every dollar you earn as a seed for future growth. After all, even the tallest oak tree starts as a tiny acorn. As Kiyosaki famously said, it's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. There's a bit of irony in this. Most people focus on making more money but fail to realize that without the right habits, earning more won't lead to wealth. It's like pouring water into a bucket with holes. You'll never fill it unless you fix the leaks. To fix your financial leaks, start with small, actionable changes. Track your spending for a week to identify areas where you're losing money. Are there subscriptions you've forgotten about or daily expenses you could reduce? By becoming intentional with your money, you'll lay the foundation for long-term growth and financial independence. Now let's break free from the endless earn and spend cycle and move forward to financial freedom. Here's where many people stumble. As soon as their paycheck hits their bank account, it's spent on bills, lifestyle upgrades, and impulse purchases. This cycle keeps them financially stagnant. The wealthy, however, break this loop by prioritizing where their money goes. Let's talk about how to get rich with your salary. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of paying yourself first. This doesn't mean splurging on luxuries. It means setting aside money for savings and investments before paying bills or buying non-essentials. Consider the example of Jack and Olivia, co-workers earning the same salary of $60,000 a year. Jack is the "I deserve it" type. His paycheck vanishes as soon as it arrives. He upgrades his phone every year, eats out 5 times a week, and buys the latest gadgets because, well, he works hard and believes he's earned it. Meanwhile, Olivia takes a different approach. She views her salary as a tool, not a trophy. She saves 20% of her income automatically, invests in index funds, and tracks her expenses meticulously. Fast forward 5 years. Jack is still living paycheck to paycheck, wondering why he never seems to get ahead. Olivia, on the other hand, has built a robust emergency fund, grown her investment portfolio, and even started earning passive income. The irony? Jack, despite his indulgences, often complains that he can't afford things, while Olivia enjoys the financial freedom to make thoughtful choices. The lesson here is clear. Prioritize saving and investing before indulging in wants. Automate these processes to remove the temptation to overspend. As Kiyosaki would say, the moment you decide to pay yourself first, you've made the most important financial decision of your life. By breaking the earn and spend cycle, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. All right, let's dive into the next exciting topic from How to Get Rich with Your Salary, the 30% rule for financial growth. One of the simplest yet most transformative strategies for financial growth is what's often referred to as the 30% rule. This isn't some rigid law, but rather a guiding principle to ensure your income is working for you, not just flowing through your fingers like sand in an hourglass. The first part of this principle involves saving a portion of your salary to act as your safety net. Think of this as your personal insurance against life's unexpected curveballs, a medical bill, a sudden car repair, or that one unavoidable expense that always seems to pop up when you least expect it. Saving in this sense isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. But let's face it, if you're saving only what's left over, you'll end up with little more than lint in your savings jar. The second part is about making your money work harder than you do. Enter investments. Instead of stashing all your cash in a bank account where inflation quietly robs it of its value, start exploring options like index funds, real estate, or even beginner-friendly platforms that let you invest fractional amounts. Imagine planting a tree that not only grows, but also drops money-filled fruit season after season. That's the magic of investing, if you nurture it. Finally, there's personal development. This might sound like a soft, fluffy idea compared to hard numbers, but investing in yourself often yields the highest return. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking a course, or simply reading a book about finance, you're expanding your earning potential. As ironic as it sounds, spending money on yourself wisely can make you far richer than hoarding every penny. The beauty of this principle lies in its flexibility. Can't manage 30% yet? Start smaller and build from there. The irony is that while many people think they can't afford to follow this rule, the real question is, can they afford not to? The sooner you start allocating your income thoughtfully, the faster you'll see the results snowball into something incredible. Now let's switch gears and talk about building assets, not liabilities. By now, you've likely heard Robert Kiyosaki's famous distinction between assets and liabilities. Assets put money into your pocket, while liabilities take money out. This fundamental difference is the cornerstone of financial literacy, yet so many overlook it. It's almost comical. People race to buy things that depreciate in value and then wonder why their bank accounts seem allergic to growth. This concept ties directly to Kiyosaki's Cashflow Quadrant, which divides people into 4 categories: employees, self-employed, business owners, and investors. On the left side of the quadrant, you have employees and self-employed individuals. These are people who trade their time for money, whether working for someone else or themselves. While this side provides stability, it also limits growth because your income depends directly on your effort and hours. On the right side, however, are the business owners and investors. This is where the magic happens. Business owners leverage systems and teams to generate income without needing to be directly involved every moment. Investors, on the other hand, make their money work for them by putting it into assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses that generate passive income. The right side is about building wealth through scalability and passive income streams, while the left side often traps people in the cycle of active income. Imagine 2 co-workers, Sarah and Jake. Sarah remains on the left side, diligently working overtime but never escaping the grind. Jake, however, starts small on the right side by investing part of his income in index funds and eventually acquires a rental property. 10 years later, Jake's investments provide enough passive income to cover his living expenses, while Sarah is still clocking in at the office. The irony. They both started at the same salary, but Jake's mindset shifted him to the wealth-building side of the quadrant. The key takeaway is this: if you want to achieve financial independence, you need to start moving to the right side of the quadrant. Build assets, prioritize passive income, and think beyond trading hours for dollars. Kiyosaki's principles aren't reserved for the wealthy. Anyone can take the first step toward the right side. The question is, will you? By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word "more" so I know. Next up in How to Get Rich with Your Salary, let's conquer the scarcity mindset. One of the most significant barriers to wealth isn't your salary, it's your mindset. The scarcity mindset whispers, "You don't earn enough," or "You'll never get ahead." But here's the truth. Wealth starts in the mind. If you believe you're limited by your income, you'll act accordingly and remain stuck. Take a page from history. During the Great Depression, a time when scarcity was everywhere, People like Michael J. Cullen stood out. Cullen, a grocer, pioneered the concept of the modern supermarket. While others saw doom and gloom, he saw opportunity. He believed people would flock to stores offering affordable prices and a wide selection, and his belief turned into reality. That mindset of abundance allowed him to create an entirely new way of shopping, proving that even in the toughest times, mindset can turn challenges into triumphs. You might not be creating the next supermarket, but the principle remains the same. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, ask yourself, what can I do with what I already have? This small but powerful shift in thinking opens doors to creativity and progress. If you're ready to take action and change your financial reality, I highly encourage you to check out the video The Millionaire Mindset by Harv Eker, linked below this video. It dives deep into the psychology of abundance and practical ways to break free from limiting beliefs. This could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Remember, your mindset shapes your financial future. Choose abundance today. Moving on to the next topic, let's talk budgeting and how to take control of your financial destiny. Ready to unlock your potential? Let's do it. Budgeting often gets a bad reputation. People associate it with restrictions and cutting back on all the things that bring joy. But let's flip the script. Budgeting is not about depriving yourself. It's about prioritizing your goals and creating the freedom to spend on what truly matters. Think of a budget as your personal roadmap. Without it, you're driving through life blindfolded, hoping to reach a destination by chance. With a budget, you're in the driver's seat, fully in control. It allows you to see exactly where your money is going, and more importantly, where it should be going. Start by tracking every expense for a month, every coffee, every subscription, and every online splurge. When you see your spending habits laid out in black and white, you'll likely have a few light bulb moments. Maybe that daily coffee habit is costing you a down payment on a vacation or a significant chunk of investment capital over a year. The beauty of budgeting lies in its flexibility. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to what matters most. A budget isn't a prison. It's your ticket to financial freedom. And the best part? You can do this. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Create a simple budget using an app or a spreadsheet and watch how much clarity it brings to your financial life. Remember, even the most successful people began with small steps. The difference is they kept moving forward. Budgeting also gives you the power to handle life's uncertainties. Imagine the peace of mind you'll feel knowing you have an emergency fund because you planned ahead. Or the pride you'll experience when you invest in something meaningful because your budget made it possible. You're not just managing money, you're building a life of intentional choices and long-term security. Don't let the idea of budgeting intimidate you. You have everything it takes to succeed. Start today, and a year from now you'll thank yourself for making this decision. Your future self deserves it. The next in how to get rich with your salary is turning knowledge into action. Knowing is not enough. The true transformation begins when you decide to act on what you know. The strategies we've discussed won't do much sitting in the back of your mind, but when applied, they become the building blocks of your financial future. Start by automating your savings. Picture this. Every month, a portion of your paycheck silently moves into a savings or investment account. No effort, no overthinking, just quiet progress toward your goals. It's like planting a tree without needing to water it daily. Automation takes care of the hard part. Next, create a vision for your finances. What does financial freedom look like for you? For some, it's about buying a dream home. For others, it's retiring early or traveling the world. When you have a clear vision, every step becomes more meaningful. You're not just saving, you're building towards something extraordinary. Here's the irony. Most people wait for a big break or a sudden windfall, not realizing that wealth is often built on consistent small steps. The key isn't flashy wins, but steady progress. Start small, whether it's cutting one unnecessary expense or setting aside $10 a week. Small victories snowball into monumental change. Take inspiration from Thomas Edison, who once said, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work." Yes, building wealth takes effort, but it's effort that pays dividends, literally. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Seek guidance, find mentors, and keep learning. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to reach higher. Take this moment to subscribe to growth, whether it's through books, videos, or conversations with like-minded individuals. Finally, don't let this knowledge gather dust. Put it to use. Automate your savings, invest in yourself, and start building assets. Watch as each small step turns into a leap toward financial independence. Your future self is counting on you. Let's make it happen. There you have it. 6 powerful strategies on How to Get Rich with Your Salary by Robert Kiyosaki. These strategies are simple but powerful. When applied correctly, they can transform your salary into a wealth-building machine. Building wealth is not about earning more, but thinking differently about what you already earn. Every paycheck is an opportunity to build something bigger, whether it's by creating a budget, building assets, or shifting to the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Take a moment to reflect on your own financial situation. Are you stuck in the cycle of earning and spending, or are you actively working to build a future of freedom? It's never too late to start. Even small steps like setting aside a portion of your income or learning more about investing can lead to massive change over time. Remember, the journey to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself and stay consistent. As Robert Kiyosaki teaches, wealth isn't reserved for the privileged. It's achievable for anyone willing to adopt the right mindset and habits. Here's a challenge. Think about one habit you can change starting today. Is it cutting back on unnecessary expenses, automating your savings, or finally learning about investments? Pick one step, take it, and see how your confidence grows. If this video resonated with you, I highly recommend checking out my next video, which complements this one perfectly. Share this video with someone who needs a financial breakthrough. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and let us know in the comments, what's the first step you'll take to make your salary work harder for you? Until next time, take charge of your finances and your future. See you in the next video.